Hi. So I know everyone wants to talk about the AmFest thing, and I will do that. I'm going to do that on a different video. I actually wanted to get into kind of the topics of today first, as we're going into our Christmas season. It's going to get busy, and there's a surprising amount of things going on. One of those things is chickens are coming home to roost for some judges, thankfully. The Venezuela administration is not getting away with transporting oil under other people's flags, and I'll talk about that too. And we are taking action in foreign countries when they attack us, which is extremely good and extremely important. But another topic, the most important topic, is the fact that we are under attack. I know I've covered it before, saying that we were worried about what's happening in Canada and so on to come to America, but it's coming here. We already have it here, and I'm gonna read a story about that today. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Ripple Effect. And thankfully, and I just don't even know how this happened, but finally, a judge is being punished for doing their garbage, for trying to legislate from the bench, trying to control the executive branch from the bench, and finally they got arrested for obstruction because they were trying to help illegals against ICE. I don't even understand how you can say you're for justice if you're helping illegals in our country. Who are you defending? People from another country? You're a judge in our country. The whole thing doesn't make sense. These people are wild. And then in a story right now that's going on, America just captured another ship under the Peruvian flag or a Panamanian flag, one of those. That was a Venezuelan oil tanker, and they captured it. And I thought it was interesting because this is what happens a lot. And people think, well, why are they attacking or capturing a ship that belongs to another nation? It's not Venezuela. But this actually happens a lot, where a country will fly under the flag of another country to defend their stuff or to prevent it from being taken. And this is very common. You can even see it with U-Hauls, where they're all registered in Arizona, even though they're going into all these other states, because they find a state that's easy to register in, and then they register in that state, and then they can send all their U-Hauls everywhere else, and they have to deal with all the smog and all the other issues from all these other states. And this is very, very common. So they captured a tanker. I think it said it had something like 1.5 million barrels of oil worth on it. So this is really hurting the Venezuelan administration. It's very, very rough. I'm sorry I have a cut there. I had someone walk through, so I'm in a more open area. I'm on my trip, on my vacation, so I'm in a more open area where I'm going to have to deal with some more interruptions than usual, but hope you like it. It's got a little Christmas tree. I try to find a good spot to set up, but that's the thing. So then also, in a side note, America actually attacked Syria. They ended up hitting I think 70 locations, or they ended up hitting 70 targets by about 2:15 a.m. They had hit 130 mortar areas and all that because of the attack done on our National Guard. And this is basically, I like this. This is very, very key. This is very, very important. That every time an administration backs a terrorist attack in America, they need to feel it. It needs to go back home to them. It needs to go back to home to roost. And I even thought about that with the judge. It needs to go back to them so they can feel the pain. And they need to feel the pain. You come after us, you should feel the pain, and you should feel the pain at home where it matters to you. And so we ended up actually hitting Syria, and we actually had Jordanians helping us with our F-16s. I'm very, very happy to see that happening. Now, in a total different thing, I don't even think I mentioned this in my introduction, but there are some good things that Trump does, and believe me, I support Trump in most things that he does. But this NVIDIA thing is the stupidest idea he's ever had, and I don't care what kind of deal he's getting from it. Giving China our chips, or the chips that we have access to or control, is the dumbest idea yet. Literally, why we defend Taiwan is because Taiwan is the biggest producer of silicone chips that are the most important chips in all of our technologies and all that stuff, and we're giving it to China. We have a small edge against China, and by giving them the chips, we're literally removing the edge, guys. There's no edge anymore. We've just ripped it apart and said, here, China, destroy us. Why are we so foolish, and why are we so stupid with this? And again, guys, I am for Trump in most cases, but you got to call out stupidity when you see it. It's absolutely retarded. I don't understand why he's doing that. But then in the second note too is, and I didn't cover this because I was busy traveling and all kind of stuff, but when that guy, I forget, oh, dang it, why did I forget his name? I forgot his name, but he's the producer director of Princess Bride who died, and Trump just couldn't keep his mouth shut. He had to come out and say something negative and said that the guy died because of Trump derangement syndrome. Like, guys, we need to call out both sides when they're being wrong, okay? And part of that is controlling our side so that the left has nothing to say. If we control our side, the left will have nothing to say about it, thankfully. But on that note, why is it that Pam Bondi has got to be like the worst attorney general in the history of attorney generals. Can we please just have everything released? Pam, release everything with the Epstein Files. I was watching, and there's like a bunch of reports about all this kinds of trouble that's going on. And to the point right now, the Ground News has a thing saying that U.S. lawmakers are threatening Pam Bondi with contempt action over the unreleased Epstein material. It's like, guys, you've had since January. We're in December. We're in the end of December. You've had since January to deal with this. And she's made us look like idiots multiple times for how many times she said, well, it's on my desk. It's on my desk. I've got it. And we're looking through it. We're getting all this stuff handled. And then doesn't release anything. And finally, when she's forced to release this stuff, like, how stupid are you? You're making it into a bigger problem than it actually is. Get rid of this stuff. Get it out there. Release this stuff. Move on so we can all move on with our lives and be done with Epstein. We're still dealing with Epstein now, and we shouldn't be dealing with Epstein. Like, let's move on. We have to be able to move on. Now, I wanted to do a final good note today, and I thought this was very interesting. In Ohio, there was a shoplifter, and they had been pulled aside in Walmart. And the cop was with them trying to process the whole shoplifting thing. And the guy pulls a gun on the cop. And I thank the Lord the first round did not shoot. But you can watch the video on there. And I think it was on like a Fox a close affiliate or something. But you can watch the thing. And I thought it was so amazing. This guy comes flying from the side as he sees this guy pulling the gun out. The cop has his back to him, which again was terrible, whatever. Shouldn't have done that. But he didn't know he had a gun. Again, probably should have looked. But this Walmart employee jumps out of nowhere and tackles this guy down and fights him over that gun, trying to defend the cop. I'm like, that is what we need. We need more brave people. And it's the decision that you make in your mind ahead of time to do the right thing that matters. Thinking about what you'll do in those situations prepares you for those situations. And I guarantee you this person has made it in his mind that if he's going to see something, he's not just going to stand there and hope, I'll be okay if someone starts shooting or whatever else. He's going to do action. It's the same thing while in Australia, those police officers stood there for 20 minutes while those idiots were killing the Jews. And someone finally acted and said, enough of this. I'm going to go act. And even though he got shot, I think he got like $1 million payout from people raising money for him because he had gotten shot. But he acted. We need to act. Bad things happen when good men do nothing. And that's the story of today. And then follow me, guys. I'm going to be putting out another video on the AmFest thing, discussing all of the AmFest. Oh, man, it got wild. And there's some takes and some views I want to give you guys. It is interesting. So wait for that video. It's going to be coming out later. And I'll try to link the videos together so you can see that later. Thank you so much for watching The Ripple Effect. Like, comment, and subscribe. And it helps. And a Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. I hope you enjoy your time off. And I appreciate all the views and I appreciate all the help. We're up to 95 subscribers right now. That is fantastic. We're only 5 away from 100. And then the next goal after that will be 1,000. Let's do it. Thank you so much for watching.